Guys, hello and welcome back to the party. I know it has been a few days, and I did say I was going to get this one out fairly quickly, but oh my goodness, again, I am so just like sucked into that time-lapse city. It is honestly like probably one of the funnest things I've built yet. Like I'm having way too much fun doing this build, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour in the next episode. And it's like in the back of my mind, and I'm gonna knock on wood here. Hopefully you guys can hear that. I have this like horrible feeling that like something's going to happen to it, you know? So I have this like not urgency, but I have this like this feeling where I want to just get it done so I can get away from that anxiousness, you know? Because I already lost you know, the two time lapses prior. Because I know you guys have already seen a few of them, right? That never really got completed, so that kind of broke my heart. And this one, it's like my favorite one yet, and it's not even done yet. So I'm really excited to just kind of see this through. And so a few things before we kind of jump in really quick. I did implement a couple quick suggestions, or I guess just one so far. Kind of request to kind of raise this bridge from a few different people, and now much more realistic. You can kind of add a nice little cool curve to it. This island is actually a little bit taller than that island. But now that we've got this raised up, you can kind of see we've got ample room for our boats to pass on through. Although they like to cut it really, really, really close with these power lines, and I have a feeling this one's going to try and clip through it. Yeah, see, that I don't like that. But better than what it was. So maybe we can fix the power lines too. And so what I started doing with the time-lapse was actually making a golf course and country club of my own over there, kind of using some of these suggestions from you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and definitely change the stuff around over here. And I mean, the main one, which you guys kept saying, was to kind of switch this over to a dirt path. And I did do that in the other city. Ended up looking great. And I did a whole bunch of pedestrian walkways, kind of linking them between to make it seem like those would be golf cart paths. And then I made like a little driving range and kind of like an area for the golf carts itself. So I'm going to change that. And then the other thing I want to do is, a few of you didn't like the Ferris wheel, and that's totally fair. It doesn't really seem like it's a, you know, country club kind of thing. Maybe for the kids, but not for us. Okay, so let's move this back. And I did download, which I really want to use. So what we'll do is we're actually going to get rid of this and get rid of that one. And actually, you know what? Let's so I downloaded some more sports stuff. So let's maybe change a little sporty aspect of our country club here. And the other thing I wanted to implement, which looked actually kind of nice. Let's get rid of these. I'm actually going to pause the game. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about the sun, right? I was going to say having the sun kind of go in and out, but no worries. You know, I probably should have just converted that over to dirt path, but we can always place these down again. Okay, so the new sports stuff. I can find that really quickly. This one's a really nice one. Oh, look at that, really nice fit too. I kind of like the color of the grass a little bit more for this, and then the night effects are a bit nicer too. So pedestrian pathway kind of going up and around, that's really convenient. I am going to extend that though. Oh gosh, my computer. I've been a little bit lazy too. Well, not lazy. I've been really just busy with work and life and stuff. So it's also kind of why I've been slow to get an episode out. But I'm going to be getting a new computer, maybe not a new computer, but like new computer parts, hopefully this weekend. I say that tentatively. We'll kind of see how my time goes. So I've got to work a couple, you know, of random jobs as I always seem to do. If you guys do remember, I sell orthotics at trade shows, and I do photography on the side as well, which is like a lot of fun, pretty random. Okay, so let's get rid of these extra lights here. And then for this side, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for kind of like a country club style building that's a little bit different than the other one we have. Just straighten that guy out a bit better. But this can be kind of like our little entrance thing. Oh, and another thing I did, I love how I'm just stealing ideas from myself here, I love it, is this should look nice here too. Just added a few dirt paths around, because I thought the colors kind of complement each other very nicely. Oh, little people. How wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to try and just do Oh yeah, perfect, just like that. And that one's not as nice. We can get it closer. Seagulls are having a field day today. No, kind of still the same issue, but I think we'll keep it nonetheless. And then what I'm going to do is just add in a few trees. And interestingly enough, even though it makes me a little bit dizzy, I absolutely love this tree thing. Like, it took me a little bit of time to kind of get used to it. Now I don't really stare at them when they're dancing around like that. But just having like a random tree placement, it's very convenient. Kind of gets you away from this like mono kind of, you know, these are all looking the same basically. Just keeps things a little bit fresher looking from the sky. Okay, so my little clubhouse style building. Let's drop that before we go back into the golf holes themselves. And I don't actually know if I have 18 holes of golf downloaded, so it may not even be that that many going in. But we shall see. Oh, okay, these are flags. Gotta remember that for later. Oh, I'm in the wrong tab, of course. And okay, what am I looking for? Well, I know what it is, but I don't remember what it's called. I know what it looks like. It's kind of like a security entrance, like a villa entrance thing. But it kind of looks like almost like a mini clubhouse, which I kind of like. So you can kind of see, like, you drive up here, pretend it's like a valet or something. And so what I'll do is just very casually kind of extend this road over like that. And then say from, actually, no, why don't we go from this side of the river? Just kind of come out on an angle that works. Perfect. And, I mean, I guess we can keep those where they are. It's not really the end of the world doing that. And so I'm just going to draw kind of a lazy, I don't want to say lazy, but, you know, just like no real shape in mind kind of path. And then along this, we'll put the holes of golf, and then we'll kind of fill in some in-betweeners with some pedestrian pathing. And that, it does actually look pretty cool. So why don't we do a double? Let's make this go a bit straight. And then once we get the trees and everything just right as well, what a difference. I don't like how finicky these sometimes get, so why don't we actually move this ourselves instead of trying to get the road to catch up, you know? Okay, so this is actually a driving range. I'm not going to use this one. I didn't end up using that one in the other one. Well, that's an interesting shape it left in the ground. We will fix that. And gosh, I'm so excited to finish these. I'm so excited to finish that time-lapse in general. Okay, so connect this road. But it's this very fine balance of, like, you know, not rushing it. Okay, so this one, we have issues with our connection as well. I have a feeling that we're going to have to fix that tree line. Absolutely, yes. That's no problem. And regardless of whether we actually finish this or not, I really do want to start kind of keeping a little bit of a closer eye on time. Because, like, I always say that, but I have a terrible tendency to go way over 30 minutes. Then I kind of stretch things to, like, you know, like 2 episodes that are, like, broken into, like, 6 episodes, you know, and, like, this and that, right? So I'm going to try and steer away from that, I think. Just a friendly heads up. So no matter what in terms of time, or sorry, not in terms of time, in terms of how far we get along with this, I will kind of cap this around 30 minutes. And then, for sure, next episode is going to be all about you guys. So I will be doing some naming of some parks and some regions, some fountains, and some, who knows, maybe this golf course, you know. So just, you know, keep your eyes peeled for that. And then if we need to, we can always come back on the next episode for one more of our building. I just don't want things to feel rushed, and I mean, I do kind of like to follow somewhat an agenda, so you guys have an idea of what's upcoming and that kind of stuff, but I also don't like to feel rushed, so it's this weird, catch-22 with my thoughts, right? Okay, so let's just kind of do a nice tree line area in between these two holes, and that's the color I'm looking for. It's a nice one. Just a very big difference it makes. Kind of helps them blend a little bit nicer together too. And this sneaky son of a gun, did we lose its connection again? How does that keep happening? I feel like when we're putting the trees in, maybe we're kind of doing a little bit of terraforming at the same time almost. Okay. So it does kind of cut it off a little bit, but not the end of the world. Alright. Neat, our first golfers, per se. Even though they're not really... Oh, look, it's doing it again! Maybe it's this one that's the issue. No, it's definitely the other one. Well, darn it. Okay, so let's place this down one more time. Okay, so that guy's connected okay. This one, not so much. Okay. Hopefully third time's a charm. Let's kind of fill in some more trees here. Oh, and also, I get this comment a lot too, so I'll kind of show you. Like, see how when you expand the area, the tree clumping's not as tight? So many of you are just like, dude, you have the thing, just use it. But I don't for that reason kind of see the difference, right? It doesn't really give you enough density. That's why I like placing trees individually. Just a little tidbit right there. And I don't want bushes. Use some of these guys, there we go. I wish there was a copy-paste kind of thing though, because that'd be kind of cool for doing trees and everything. If you get a pattern that you really like, or for symmetry. Ooh, actually yes. Because I will tell you, symmetry, it's a little bit difficult to try and achieve. I've been going for a lot of symmetry or symmetrical styles in that European build of mine. And it's funny. I mean, I can tell I am not from Europe. Just based on the city itself, it looks like a North American city. And I was kind of worried that would be the case, but it doesn't look like a traditional European city. It's very much like a hybrid between the two. I'm very happy the way it's turning out. Okay, so that looks a lot nicer. Deal with that right there. And then in terms of getting the pedestrian paths around, oh, we're about to lose our sunlight, looks like. I would do just something just kind of casual. Like this, just kind of, almost like a drive alongside. And we'll maybe avoid the forest-ish, but we'll kind of go around just like that. And the fact that it's a little bit bridged there, not the end of the world, works for me. There we go. Nothing too crazy, just kind of, following around. And let's just do one kind of like that. And then picture everywhere else just kind of filled in with trees. We can probably fix that. And I really would like another connection point there. That looks horrifying. Okay, that's not the worst. Let's just admire the city before I change the sun. Kind of see things at sunset. It's a big city. The European time-lapse city is somehow bigger than this city, though. I'm actually just noticing that now. Think of how long it took us to make this, too. Holy smokes. Not that we're going at, a very fast pace or anything, but... Oh, so nice. Oh, we never looked at, changing field up here. I like that. Cool. Very, very cool. Alright, let's not get distracted here. Let's try and build a golf course. That looks kind of nice actually too with the pedestrian pathways. Very, very nice. Okay, so magic cheat button. There we go. Let's just watch the sunrise again. Cool stuff. Now you know we'll work in and do the sunrise at the same time. Oh, garbage issues. How close is our nearest? So we can always put a recycling facility over here, right? I actually did not think about that. Yeah, there's this guy here. We double this up though. Yeah, it's a little too close to the runway. I just like the idea of having... Oh, and I also had another suggestion. Oh, I didn't even realize how bad traffic was right now. To make another connecting arm to bring cars in. Because you can kind of see, like, we're actually getting fairly backed up here. Holy smokes, this is like backup galore. Okay, shoot. I remember originally I had talked about wanting to do an express kind of lane to kind of bypass all these intersections here. That might be something we may have to consider. Or having another bridge kind of come. Because it looks like what's hurting us is these double intersections right here. So even if we bring this, say, over to here, I'm going to pause this. Sorry, I know this is like a little bit off topic, but just go like that. And so by eliminating one set of traffic lights, we should hopefully get a whole bunch more people queuing up onto the bridge. And because this intersection, you have lots of options, we'll hopefully get multi-lane support here. People should be using more than just the one lane now. Well, alright, so that's a little bit better. That's a quick little fix. But in terms of bringing a second bridge in, we could always do, kind of say from, I know what you tried over here, from like here to here, and it did get backed up. We could try something again. Again, I'm a little bit off topic, sorry guys, I'm not really making a golf course here. When we do rework this whole island here, we can keep something like this, maybe change this into a roundabout, and we can have a bridge kind of go off, maybe over to here or over to here. So, just something to kind of keep in the back of our minds. And I like this. This is a nice little look. Okay, so what I had in mind for over here, let's go back to our fashionable golf holes, was to do a little bit of decorations. Where are they? Somewhere. Aha! So let's put some of these guys just over here. Perfect. If it'll cooperate. Oh, that one's being a little bit finicky, so let's maybe line them up over on this side. Let's do a better job straightening those out. And not the straightest, but I feel like in real life you wouldn't really park these perfectly symmetrical. You try, but you really wouldn't. You wouldn't do like a picture perfect job, right? There, so just some golf carts. We can pretend this is like the pro shop or something. Come over here, and we actually have a few more props we can place. What am I looking for? Yes, there it is. I knew it. So let's do a couple bag drops. Spin that a little bit. Cool. And it's a shame we can't put them all inside the asset, right? But even just a couple like that's kind of cool. And then we can always drop, say, some stuff over here like this. Almost pretend like you drove your golf cart over here. You just kind of stop them for lunch or something. Place a few of those as we go. but let's go back to this. Hey, this is kind of neat. Yeah, I'm digging this. Parking, maybe not overly realistic, but unfortunately it's how we get the visitors to the golf course, but oh well. Okay. So I did download some more assets, so everything's going to be a little bit mixed up, so I'm hopefully not going to use doubles, but I may by accident. So I mean, like, everything's out of order. Is like these whole numbers are going to be rearranged again. Okay, so I don't, again, I don't know if I have 18 holes downloaded, and in order to fit quite a few into this small area, we're going to have to kind of put them a little bit close to one another. Not the end of the world, though. So just clean up some extra bits of trees, and then we'll put new trees in. Oh, much better. And we'll do all the trees at once, maybe afterwards. Let's just keep dropping some holes down. And I'm not really going for a particular pattern. I'm just trying to get as many as I can in here without them looking too chaotic. But I see us getting, I don't know, maybe 12 holes in here, who knows. If we get finished. I keep getting sidetracked. Story of my life, though. That's nice like that. And then what we'll do is we'll just clean all the trees up and kind of build a more functional forest. Oh, that's a nice long one. And oh, it actually works very well. Oh, yeah, it's going to tell me it's not connected, though. I had a feeling. So it seems like you really got to use, or like get the path as close as you can. Yeah, even that's not connected. So for this one, just for the sake of not blocking this path perfectly, or like, not perfectly, but like blocking it entirely, what I'm going to do is just go like this. And then we'll place that guy off this. There we go. And that is enough to make him happy. Perfect. So I feel like we've used... Oh no, I guess they're just kind of the same shape. So since that's the case, I'm not going to put them right next to each other. No, not close enough. Okay. That sort of fits. I do know this looks a little bit chaotic, but once we get the rest of these in and everything gets cleaned up, it'll look a lot nicer. So that one, I think, is this one. Yeah, those look like they kind of line up. Well, maybe not. I'm sure we can get away with using it anyway. I'm just having really bad luck connecting these guys, aren't I? Still? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think I'll do that trick again. And then we'll try to move this a quarter. Oh, there's the, oh my. There we go, that works. Not the worst use of the space either, because we're kind of right on the boundary. So we can probably get a couple more holes in here and then some more here. So we actually probably fit a little bit more than I originally thought. And they all will look like this. It'll look a little bit cleaner than this kind of mess right now, in case you guys are like, what in the heck is going on? Just gotta have faith. I got lots of it right now. I know this will turn out beautifully. Cool. And we do have to bring some water over. Don't ever forget that. Hope those little pop-up reminders do their job. Oh, I went backwards. really worried about blocking the path as much. Seems like that's a little bit hard to do. Okay, here we go. That's good. And oh, darn it! I knew that was going to happen too when I saw it. Darn it. Can I avoid that? No, let's just not use this one. Oh no, what's going on? Seem to be having really bad luck with our... There we go. I wonder if that's to do with like the variation in height over here. That is a little bit frustrating, right? Okay, well, why don't we start working with what we got right here. In terms of, sorry, I'm losing my voice here, guys. In terms of fixing the trees and whatnot. Okay. Alright, so I'll just erase the trees and kind of just put new ones in. There we go. Oh. I want to be careful of going too far to the outside, because I can't actually put the trees back in outside of the boundary like that. Okay. So why don't we start with these guys. And we'll just kind of do our best to kind of fill everything in here. And I mean, keeping an eye on the time. I don't know if we'll finish this. I think this is a really good stab at it, though. Definitely gonna get a bit closer to the finish, but we may have to come back on episode 46 for this one. But 45, our next episode, like I said, is all about you guys. So check on back, see if you have a park named after you. And if you don't, please, oh my goodness, you know I still love you. It is so difficult to choose. I already have a few lists going, and like I know I'm gonna miss some people, and it's just like otherwise it's gonna be like, I mean, there are quite a few of you. That's all. But like some of you, you're very helpful and very kind, and you write me very nice things all the time. So I can't help but want to give you a park, if that makes any sense. Okay. Now it's too bad we can't make any like little water assets here, you know? I feel like the logistics behind that are just not really worth the effort, and I'd be terrified to try terraforming to like make a little pond or something and then flood this whole island and sink it or something, you know? Oh boy, what a disaster that would be. Okay, so why don't we just keep going like this, and I'm sure it'll look a lot nicer than I think without the water. What a difference though a few trees can make. And again, I wish there was a little bit of a faster way to do this, but unfortunately this is the most efficient way to do it. And I'll leave a few pockets open, just so it doesn't feel too, you know, claustrophobic kind of feeling over here. So maybe we can leave this little corridor here open, for example. And oh my goodness, time flies. Look at that, 2 days are already done. Oh, I'm on 3-speed. Ugh, that's why. I like that 3-speed actually does something when I'm far away from the city. And I am so excited to see the difference with the new i7 processor. So I'll be going from a first generation i7, which is okay. I mean, it's just not really, it's not the most stupendous, you know, processor out there. It's fine if you're doing one thing, but when you're multitasking, which is kind of ironic for an i7, it just doesn't really serve its purpose, you know. So I definitely need something a lot faster. So we will see a very, very noticeable improvement in the quality of the videos, which I am very, very excited for, guys. Because I've been watching in my spare time, and for some suggestions and implementation of fun, different ideas that I wouldn't even consider. I've been watching our good friend Matt's the Yorkshire Gamer. I've been watching his series, and honestly, it's really fun. He's really good at building cities. So I'll post a link. I said I would do that in my live stream. I'll do that over here too. So if you guys want to check him out, Matt's cool. He comments a lot. Definitely helps the growth of our city here. So we trust his judgment. So if you guys want to check him out, I'll add a little link to the featured channels, just say on the front page of my channel. So he's the Yorkshire Gamer. You guys should check him out. Definitely worth watching. And what I like most about his series is that, you know, Matt's from England, so he's got an entirely different take on just everything. You know, in terms of like city management, just policies, public transportation. Because I've got like, you know, my own take on things, right? Because I live in the other part of the world, right? Just like you guys do, right? Imagine some of you watching this is for probably some new ideas, some new ways of thinking, you know? We must celebrate our diversity, right? I know I sound like a cheesy infomercial here, but it's true. It's the differences between us that make us wonderful. I don't just mean Matt and myself, I mean like all of us in general, you know? Okay. Well, this is starting to come together very nicely. Look at that. So let's start putting in some pedestrian paths. And I do think we are going to wrap it up in just a minute here. And definitely we're going to have to come back and finish this off later on. But a great, great, great second stab at this. Not that our first little attempt wasn't nice, but I'm definitely liking this. So same idea, nothing too crazy, just going to follow these around. Make it seem like you would be kind of driving your golf cart around here afterwards. And maybe we can even fit a path up here. No, I guess not. Wishful thinking. But no, yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so we'll definitely have to come back, finish this up, but big improvement to the area. Very, very nice. So we can probably put a few more sports style buildings in here. Otherwise, oops, my computer. Otherwise, I like this, you know, little drop-off checkpoint here. And we could even do a little itty-bitty parking lot. Just while we're right here really quickly. Probably this direction. Nothing too large and in charge. I just see one of these guys here. Perfect. And of course it does not fit. Oh, we just covered all of our, oh boy, of course. But I really like that there. Okay, so I'll put more golf carts in. We'll have to do more decoration and stuff afterwards. Alright guys, well I guess that that does it for today. I'll connect these with water and do a little bit more, you know, next time around, but so far so good. We got ourselves the makings of a golf course. Alright. And the city, definitely looking big. So you can kind of see what I mean in terms of naming, right? There's all these places here. This is like, I need a name, I need a name, I need a name. So you guys are going to get some districts named after you, get some parks, a whole bunch of other stuff. So drop me a line, give me a refresher, say hello if you haven't said hello in a while, and check back next episode and see if you're in here. And what I'll do is I'll start next episode with a little bit of a tour of the time-lapse city, and then we'll jump over here and I'll kind of show you guys what I've done and named after you fine folks. Okay, that is all. Thanks for coming back, guys. Sorry again for making this another week between episodes. I really don't mean to. It's just like, you know, like I was saying earlier, I'm just so engrossed with that, with the time-lapse city. And I've got some time set aside this weekend, because I need to do some off-camera building for the parks and stuff. So I'll get that done. So fingers crossed I'll get this on the weekend. And I'm hypothetically, maybe if time permits, maybe doing a short stream on Sunday night again. So possibly. I'll let you guys know via Twitter. Okay, that is all. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate the support. Thanks for coming back, and I will see you later on in the next episode. Have yourselves a great day.